Have you ever designed a synth sound that felt amazing until you compared it to your favorite bands? Today I'll show you 6 common mistakes that make synths sound bad and how to fix them. One of the most common mistakes in sound design comes from how the filter is set. I get it, a fully open filter sounds big and aggressive. But it also eats up all the space in the high end and leaves less room for other elements like cymbals or vocals. Try keeping the filter a bit lower instead. That way you have somewhere to go when the chorus hits. You can open it up and instantly create more tension and energy. That kind of filter movement shows up a lot in Nine Inch Nails music, where the chorus hits huge with the filters opening up, then pulls back to something much quieter in the verses. I agree, distortion sounds cool and all, but when there's too much distortion, everything sounds the same. Not every sound needs to be brutal. If everything is distorted and screaming, nothing stands out anymore. A little bit adds grit, but pushing it too far often destroys the dynamics and detail of the sound. Everything becomes flat. Good distortion should enhance the sound, not completely replace it. The goal is to add character while still keeping the original sound. Both Skinny Puppy and Nine Inch Nails are great examples of how to use distortion properly. There's distortion all over the downward spiral, yet you can still hear the details and dynamics of the sounds. Sometimes a sound can feel amazing on its own. But once you drop it into the mix, it suddenly sounds terrible. That's why designing sounds while the track is playing can be a really good approach. When you're listening to a sound in solo, it's easy to go too far, maybe add a sub-oscillator that eats up all the bass. Or make the sound super wide, it starts clashing with the guitars. So what I often do is I write a simple riff in my DAW, press play and start designing the sound while the track is running. That way the sound is built to fit the mix from the start. Quick side note before we continue, this video is supported by Analog Cases. They sent me their XTS Performance stand system and I've been using it in the studio for the past few weeks. What I like about it is that it's super modular. You can run it as a 2-tier keyboard stand, a multi-shelf synth rack, or even a portable table if you attach the flex table. Right now I'm using it in my studio, but I'm also planning to take it on stage when time comes. Yes, you heard that right. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. All right, back to the video. An evolving sound is crucial. If a synth stays exactly the same over time, it can get boring very quickly. A simple trick is to assign velocity or an LFO to the filter cutoff. That way the sound keeps moving and feels much more dynamic. This is something EBM artists are especially good at. Their tracks are often minimal and built around just one main synth sound, so it has to stay interesting. Bands like Nizer Ebb are the perfect example of this approach.
You better be careful out there. Be careful. You better be careful out there. You be careful. You better be careful out there. You ain't gonna get far. You ain't gonna get far.
I get it, new synths often come with tons of cool effects and crazy modulation options, but sometimes simplicity is your best friend. A couple of oscillators, a well-dialed envelope, maybe a touch of noise, and that's it. More doesn't always mean better. That's why some of the best sounds come from very simply designed synths like the Roland Juno 60, SH101, or even the Minimoog, which is actually a pretty simple synth at its core. Sometimes nothing beats a simple sawtooth pluck with a bit of delay or a solid single oscillator brass sound.
Find myself inside the shirt, this shadow shift from red to gray. I know this doesn't fall. Transparent air suspends my weight as if I had my mask. A million tiny grains of stuff that obscures me from your eyes.
Last but not least, practice, practice, practice. And most importantly, have fun. The more you do it, the better you'll get over time. If you're a music producer, don't forget to check out my website for sample packs and synth presets, or my Patreon where I post unedited music production and sound design sessions. Thanks for watching. Ciao.